afternoon. It is almost afternoon. I'm so bloody excited. I got Heidi Anderson joining me on live. I'm going to share all of the vision with her. I just snapped off like a big log in BP there, so thanks for that. Yeah, there's like, sorry. I feel like some people don't like to hear Sheila's talk about that stuff, but it's also like, you know what? I'm out here running around Australia. I'll talk about whatever I want, and this is just like a natural human body doing its natural human thing. So had to snap off a log. We all good to go. We're going to invite Heidi in on live right now. And guess what? We just entered Air Highway, baby. Let's bring Hides in. In it? How's it work? Invite to join. Invite Heidi to join. Let's see if we can get her on. Heidi joined. Here you
Oh my God.
are.
Do you know what? Everyone goes home and does a poo at the end of the day. Like that is literally how we roll. You know, every human, every celebrity, every female, every like and you all had your bottoms wiped by someone when you were a baby and shat your nappy.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter where you do it, preferably in a toilet, but apparently I'm up to 3 poos a day out here. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we're not here to talk about shit.
No, we're not. We're here to talk about your big mission. And I am so pumped, like, just to speak to you and feel you and see you. I feel like you've been so far away, but so close at the same time.
So far away, and I'm only just getting further and further away. But this is literally my first steps on Air Highway now. So I've seen a sign that said Adelaide, and I'm like, yes, just
Oh
one
my
more
God, just
state.
more.
I
Oh,
mean,
mate.
there's still so much of WA to go, and on the back end of this, so much of WA to go. But anyway, it makes me pumped that I'm about to be in a different state in maybe a week's time.
Okay, so the big question is, how are you really?
Today I'm really good. Actually, it's a funny one. I sometimes feel like I've got bipolar out here. So a few years ago, I was actually diagnosed with bipolar from all my PTSD and trauma and everything. But the amount of emotions that I experience when I'm out here is like in the morning, I could be gunning and just ultimate high. But then, literally an hour ago, I had to stop and do some energy healing on myself because my ribs are really starting to help. And I had to clear a lot of energy, a lot of negative beliefs that were trying to cling on to me about feeling abandoned, feeling a burden on people. And I had to stop and clear all that. So that an hour ago, I was bawling my eyes out and screaming to release all this energy. And now I'm feeling
Mm.
on top of the world again. So it's literally like I'm like this. It's
I
insane.
love it, and I think we're on the journey with you. It's like you get high, right, from, and the adrenaline starts pumping from, like, when you're seeing people's comments, when you're realizing what you're doing, like when you're releasing, like you're actually healing yourself as you go, right? Like you're running to not just heal yourself but the nation.
100% because like I know that this mission's huge, and I knew that I was out here and I was going to be healing parts of myself, but I didn't realize how deep I would be going straight away, like in day 17, removing all these aspects. So I'm just like, oh my God, imagine by 5 months in what the hell's going to happen. And I guess that's why I want to jump on live with you as well and tell you more about the vision that I'm holding right now and that I'm envisioning right now. Let's wait for this truck.
Yes, the wave. Woo!
Bring back the wave. Trucks are so noisy when they go by. Um, but yeah, like obviously we just done Esperance, and Esperance was an absolute hoot. Like having the documentary there, literally just taking a moment for me to just breathe, but for me to be immersed in the community as well,
Mm.
to showcase the documentary of the previous 1600-kilometer run, to have a question and answer live, to meet so many beautiful people of the community, and then to have a day where it was a fun run. Yeah, it was 20 Ks. Maybe we're going to have to ump it up to 40 Ks next time, maybe. But it was just so much fun being immersed in the community, having just one more conversation when I was in there, that when I got the
Mm.
feel for that, I was like, you know what? If it takes me an extra day, if it takes me an extra few days in each town to really have and solidify this impact that I want to have while running around Australia, that's what we got to do. So I want to, Susie's going to be
Woo!
helping in on this as well. But when I come through the cities, I'm talking Richmond, I'm talking Melbourne, I'm talking Sydney, I'm talking Coogee, definitely talking Darwin, Karratha. But in each one of those towns, I want to have a showcasing of the documentary that goes for about 25 minutes, and then live and Q&As afterwards where I will be there.
Love that.
Yeah. And then the next day is like people come run with me. So that's a dedicated day to get the community out to come run with me for like 20Ks, 30Ks, whatever it is, whatever distance I have to hit that day, have a designated start point and for all the community to get around and come run with Brooke.
Yes. Oh my God. I love it. And I loved seeing you stop in Esperance because I know when you set out for this, it was like what drove you. I think a big part of driving you was like that you want to be the fastest woman. Like that's an accomplishment of an athlete, right? And then there's this other side of you that is so immersed in other people's healing, and you want to save lives, you want to prevent suicide, you want to have just one more conversation about mental health. So I think that's so beautiful and so powerful and so important for you. Oh, have I lost her? No, there she is.
No, I'm still here. Yeah, 100%. And I was like, it just goes back to the numbers of it all. Like running 80 kilometers a day for 180 days sounds great on paper, and it's a great marketing tactic and everything. Like, yes, that is my goal to still hit. However, if I want to be able to run around Australia and on my heart say that I completed my mission, I can't stick with that because
Yeah.
it's not about me achieving a world record. It's about me making a worldwide impact for others to have just one more conversation. And if that means it takes me an extra week to complete, it means it takes me an extra week to complete. Like, I'm pretty sure I got 200 days up my sleeve to take out the title of world fastest runner.
Oh, and do you know what though? This is what it's all about. Like when you're going into a community like Esperance, they're remote. You know, they don't have the access that, Perth people have, Sydney people have, the conversations, the mental health, the suicide rates are so much higher in country towns. And,
Mm-hmm.
especially within men as well. And your whole mission is to have conversations around mental health. You are also inspiring young girls and women to chase their dreams as well as little boys. But I think there's so many different ways that you're hitting everyone, and it makes me so happy. Like when I heard you were doing that in Esperance, I was so excited, and I wanted to come, but I was stuck here in Perth with tissues up my nose.
Sick. Yeah, so like I've got to share more of that with Suze and the team to start like thinking of ideas or like where we can host these events as well, in
Yeah,
what towns exactly, and get that out. But then obviously that's included in like the PR that you guys are doing as well, and getting that out there ahead of time too, and being like, Brooke McIntosh is coming through here, join her for the doco,
yeah,
and like rallying around as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I reckon
Yes,
like
I love it. I
two in
love
each
it.
state, I would be
So,
stoked.
yeah, tell me what were the questions that they asked you in Esperance, like when you did your Q&A?
There was a lot of questions around my story, around the car accident, around what changed for me in that moment, and definitely around like the challenges that lie ahead by doing this, the mission, the fundraising. Kendall asked a lot of questions about like how it is out here, how my feet are, my toes are, and stuff. So there was a lot of
Yeah.
questions from Kendall, the Blue Tree Project. But it would be really cool to have more questions from the actual immediate community in there as well. But the
Yeah.
conversations, so it was like questions in front of everyone, but
Oh, is she there? Hello. We're losing you, Brooke. You're heading into the Nullarbor, or are you already there? I can't hear you.
oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go for it.
That's better. Um, yeah, so but the conversations that were had afterwards, like just one on one and like one to a group and stuff, it was just amazing. And then even when a crew come out and run with me the next day, the conversations that were shared on the run and the
Mm,
talk that was had after the run, like to me, that's what it's all about. Like I mean, I say it to Rowan all the time in the car. I'm like, why am I the crazy one? And why did I say that I'm the only one running 80Ks a day? I'm like, I would love if there's like 50 odd people following me right now and we tag in and out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not what the mission was at the start, and we can't change it that drastically. But what we can do is have designated days where we have 100 plus people come run with me to make up those
Yeah,
kilometers.
exactly. And because
Yeah.
that's inspiring for you as well. And it's like, because this isn't just about just one more conversation with everyone else. It's like that, Brooke, you need just one more conversation to get through that, just one more step, to get through that, just one more ice bath, to get through just one more city, one, one highway. Like, you're honestly, I can't even tell you, everyone is so obsessed with you. And like all the people that are messaging me in DMs, just can't believe what you're doing and are so in awe. And yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
And the way that I see this as well is that, like, man, if I keep looking at, I've got, well, 5.5 months out here left, I'm going to break. Like, that is a huge chunk of time for me to be like, and then I'll see my friends and then I'll see my family. So instead, what I've been doing is like when Matt comes out, he'll tell me a day that he's coming back. And all I do is go
Mm,
just one more day until that day. But if we
yeah.
have these events and if we have more people coming to run, all I've got to do is think, okay, as soon as I get to Adelaide, I've got a group of people running with me. All right, as soon as I get
Yeah.
to Melbourne, I've got a group of people running with me, and we're having a massive conversation and we're building the community, because that is what's going to see me through the next 5 months. Because if I think about the finish line right now, I'm just like, that's too far. That's too
What does
big.
it feel like? What does it feel like to feel isolated on the road? Like, what kind of stuff goes through? Like, because I know you have beautiful moments where you have lots of drop ins and you get excited and you feel your vision and you see your thing, but what's it feel like when you're, because I'm sure this is how people feel just in their homes on their couches.
I'm bored as. I'm bored as. And that's where I'm just like, let's just whip out the phone or let's just put the music on. But then,
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually like I have to be switched on all the time out here. Like just
Mm.
before, truck drove past and like I've got a massive mark on my arm. Truck drove past and a rock flinged up and like smashed me on the arm. It literally felt like it broke
Oh.
my fucking arm, but it didn't. It hurt so bad. But I got to be on point for the whole time out here. And apparently now that I'm entering bloody air highway, there's dingoes out here. So it's like I can't completely switch off. I've got to still be on point. So it's yeah, even though I'm not doing much, I'm just running, there's still a lot going on out here.
Yeah, what are the realities? So like the other day you got stung by a wasp, like you're like how many blisters are we up to? Like what pair of shoes? Like what are the realities? You might get hit by a like, in the head with a rock by a truck. Like what is it? Like
Yeah.
what's the realities of being on the road like what you're doing?
Yeah, well, the reality is I pretty much have this much room to move my feet. And
Wow.
if I start getting a little bit tired, or if I start getting too much in my zone, then I can feel like myself drifting onto the road this time. So, I mean, like that way. So it's like I have to be looking up and I can't zone into what I'm doing too much because of the traffic oncoming. But man, I had March fires chasing me the other day. All I wanted to do was slow down just a little bit and I couldn't because March fires are chasing me. I'm up to like pair 3 of my shoes right now.
Wow.
Blisters are still going pretty strong. Like they're not really affecting me at all, which is pretty amazing. But honestly, Hides, I think it's the moments where I stop and I do it every day. I clear my own energy every day, and I've got my team helping me clear my energy. Like the pain in my ribs, it's all gone now. Like I had
Wow.
hip pain the other day. It's all gone now. Like we dive deep into the um energy realm and we clear that out, and it's honestly just working. It's crazy. One of my energy healers messaged me yesterday and she's like, I feel a massive sense of sadness and grief, and I couldn't pinpoint what I was trying to feel. And then I was like, that's exactly what it is. Like, yeah,
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
it's a whole different realm when you add that into the mix of things.
I love that you bring the spiritual side into it. And a lot of people don't talk about that. I think, I sent you a song by Lucas Mack. We love Lucas and Hella, who are doing amazing stuff with the Awaken Breath work over in LA. We've both been to their stuff, but they work with athletes over in the US, like Jake Paul. And like, it's such an important part of Jake Paul, who's a fighter. He's a, what's it called? Like a pro wrestler. No, he's the other one, like whatever they are. Anyway, Jake Paul, if you don't fucking know
Boxer.
him, like
Yeah.
get with it. But like his so much of what he does is through visualization, energetics, breath work. So I think, you know, that is just a really powerful conversation for people to hear that as well. It's not just you're able to achieve these things because of Rowan helping you, because of your mindset, because of your resilience, because of your body, but that is because of the spiritual, energetic work that you're doing as well.
Was having a reflection just this morning actually on like other people who take out these massive feats, and I was just like, what's the difference between myself and them? Like, why aren't I at the stage where my shins are really hurting, my knees are playing up, my hips, and like I'm crippled and I'm walking like an old lady? Like, why aren't I feeling that right now? And I'm like, well, what's the difference? These guys have got mental resilience, these guys have got the fitness abilities and all that. And I'm like, honestly, I don't think many people work with energy. Yeah, I'm here working with energy every single day. And I
Mm,
allow myself to fully process those emotions. I'll fucking pause my run for me to go scream and cry and have a tanty, and then I'll get back out there. But
yeah.
when I don't allow myself to do that, I feel it and I can feel an injury coming on. And that's when it's like, nah, snap back
Mm,
out, take the time. So yeah, I was reflecting on that this morning. I'm like, what's the difference between us and them? That's what I could put my finger on. So yeah, I'm keen to have a chat with a guy called Minnow. He's going to come out and run with me when I get to Melbourne. He just ran 380 kilometers for mental health. Going to have a chat with
wow.
him and just get his little verdict on it and see how they all do it as well. Because yeah, I love Lucas and Hell and all that music. But yeah,
Yes, I
all
love it.
right.
Well, I want to know more. We want to know more. So keep up the updates. Keep us posted on everything. We love you so much. You're doing like, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I think about you throughout the day, and everyone's the same. Like as soon as you go live, we're like, oh my God, she's live. What's she going to tell us? Like, how's she feeling? Who is she today? And then Rowan will bring us the funny. So keep doing what you're doing, Brooke. Make me collaborator on this. Please share, everyone. Get behind Brooke. It's not just about the money, although this would be great for you because we are on a mission to raise $1.4 million for the Blue Tree Project. And we can give you more information on that, on like what their mission is on suicide prevention. But, you know, it's about having that just one more conversation. It's about saving lives. It's about putting one foot in front of the other. And Brooke, you are leading by the ultimate fucking example. So we love you. And
Yeah.
link in bio or message Brooke or I to get the details so that you can get around what Brooke's doing.
Yes, absolutely. And if you want to see me in a town, in a city near you, comment the city and the town below, and we'll try and make it happen as we run around Australia. But
Yay,
Hides, thank you
I
so
love
much. Relay
you.
this to Suze. Love yous and
I
bye.
will. I love you. Bye.